The action will be starting real soon. Thanks for joining. About 10 minutes.
Greetings, Earth people, and welcome to another edition of King of the Hill, live from Mad Apple Billiards in Appleton, Wisconsin. We've got a really good match for you tonight. I'm very excited about this one here, Kendall. I'm joined in the box here with Kendall, Quickfire Cook, and this is me, MH, Podding Penglaze.
What did he...
What happened there? They're lagging for the break. We gave him the thumbs up. And Little John gave us the one-finger message back.
Well, what even happened there?
I think he just conceded the break. He did that on purpose.
Well, he's breaking, though. Who conceded the break? Now, do we got to go to a replay, like, right away just to see what just happened?
Probably the first time we've ever replayed the lag. He just knows it's bad. Yeah.
Oh.
Cap just knew he hit it too hard.
I don't know. It would have been close.
Well, yeah, because John hit it way too soft,
yeah.
What does the audience think? Who wins this lag?
Oh, I suppose I should. I think it would have been really close, but what do I know?
It's interesting, the psychology of that. Yeah, I don't think Cap's going to be conceding too much. But Little John Fields wins the lag. He's chosen 9-ball as the challenger.
Yeah, he said he can't break 10-ball.
Right.
Well, I was just going to say, I got news for him. All right, let's take a look at the top.
And it's winner breaks, and at this level, it makes all the difference, doesn't it, if you're breaking well or not? Does that make sense?
See if he comes out at this aggressive. I don't know if he's going to go and try and fly up here for the 2-ball and get a break, or if he's just going to set up possibly for the bank on the 2, or if he's going to set for a safety. Those are the 3 choices he's got.
Yeah, you would think he would just go 2 rails and just pop into it.
Yeah, I kind of like that, coming up. And if you do miss it, you still have those other options.
Right. Yeah, and that's the good point there, because if you do play that and you just get behind it, miss him and get behind it, you still have a safety option. As long as he doesn't hook himself.
No, I don't care. Whether this is Johnny or not. The last time that he played, he wasn't real happy with the way that he played on King of the Hill. So there is a little added pressure in that. I mean, these guys obviously play at a really high level, and those things don't typically bother John. But it is, again, a little bit different situation. So let's see how he comes out of the gates here.
Well, he's already shown us
One
with his
rail
cue that he
going at this, not 2. And that's pretty good, solid, almost too good, almost 2 straight. And I think you're going to see him probably play safe here, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness he's got a belt on.
What's that mean? The crack problem in Wisconsin's been getting worse.
Right. Guys, make sure you're out there sharing this match. It is going to be an incredible match all night long. This is our current king at the table right now, Cap, or Jason Kasprzycki. And Cap won last week. Pretty strong. I mean, it was a pretty strong win against Gray. And Gray, as everybody knows, plays great. So Cap, if he shows up here, this could be one heck of a match to watch tonight. Looks like he's going to be short here, but that's just me. Oh, he laid it out perfect. Giving Johnny the edge of the ball. I think you're going to see him curl back onto the 5 here.
Yeah, he can't get to the bottom of the ball, so he can't dig down and get behind those other balls.
Yeah, just the 3. Yeah, and that's good because he didn't push it in front of the side pocket. He was conscious of how far that 2-ball was going to move. Because that wouldn't have been a very good shot if that 2-ball would have rolled another inch or 2.
Sure, he'd give a better than 50-50 kick shot. So I think a lot of the Little John fans out there are excited to see him playing again. People who know Little John know how good he plays. Haven't seen him playing a lot recently. He hasn't been...
No, he played in the bank pool tournament. He said the last 2 tournaments. He retires every year. He quits pool, remember?
Yeah, he's quit.
So this is his grand return right here. Now he's back for the season again. It's a good hit. He would have liked to get to that second rail before he did. So he ended up pushing this 2-ball out to the side, and I'm afraid at this level that's probably it for this rack. So
Well, first good chance to Little John. The only question is sneaking that 4-ball past the 8. I know it's got space, but
I think it's got a little bit more than you think, even. But we'll
these
see how he
diamonds,
plays it.
funny things happen when you got 2 balls in the pocket.
Looks like he freshly shaved. We should give him a little powder for the top of his head.
It's blinding us up back
It
here.
is a bit blinding. I can say that. I suffer the same problem. You know, that 8 is almost deep enough that you could play it, but I think being where he is going to play the 4 ball.
Yeah, and you
just
can't
for
just
position
roll
reasons.
it in because you've got to make sure you get out for the 5. Right off the 8.
Oh, he's going to get a bad roll there.
Yeah, so he did play that rail off the rail and off the 8.
They really got a bad roll on
And
that
that's
shot.
well, you know what? That's the way when you play it that way, you are rolling the dice with where those balls end up. So it was unlucky, but he rolled the dice.
Jump cue coming. He's going to bring out the short cue, see if he can get up over this ball. Now, that's the nice thing about 9 ball here. I think you aim for the edge of the 5 here. I don't think you're cutting the 5. I think you're almost playing the carom to the 6.
And you could
If it's me.
You could call the 6 because
He doesn't have to call anything. Is it?
oh, we're playing 9
Nice
ball.
thing,
Yeah, of course we
9
are.
ball, yeah.
Wow.
Oh boy, he played that 5 almost perfect.
Wow.
I didn't think he was going to try and cut it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's about how much room he actually had past that ball. So
Yeah, and to play that shot with the cue ball and the 5 ball so close to the rail and control the cue ball not to lose it off the table. He did hit that shot well.
yeah, I mean, Cap's not sitting perfect here. Let's take a quick another look at that. It's close, but he definitely left him back on the rail. So now Cap is really working for this.
This rack does prove, though, that no open rack is a gimme at any level. There's things that can go wrong, and you have to plan everything.
Well, he got right by there, but not a lot of control because of the way he had to hit the cue ball. So he didn't have a whole lot of choice there. Still definitely a cuttable ball.
He's going to let the cue ball fly on this one. He's just got to stroke this in good.
All
You're
right,
gonna-
Jeremy Gould, how's it going tonight, guys? It's going great. And Nick, how you doing? Got to get everybody over to YouTube tonight. Uh-oh. And Cap over cutting that ball just a little bit, giving Johnny a opportunity here.
Yeah, this 6 ball is no gimme. It's another one you've just got to bear down and make. There is a safety option here. I just feel he's going to go at the shot.
Oh, he did play safe. And you get to there? It's close.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think he
locked
might-
up or anything, and that's...
Might have give up the edge here.
Yeah, he can see the edge. He could cut this all the way up into the corner.
Like nothing. That was a good shot. Good statement there by Cap. Remember, this is the same first rack we had, you know, where Johnny missed shape coming off of that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Little John's shot at the 6 ball, which he turned down and played safe instead, was easy or anything. But sometimes the safety is also difficult. And even if you hit the safe right, it's still not guaranteed that you've got a chance.
Andrew Brooker guessing at LJ20, 13 to Cap. Jeff Jansen says, Andrew, pretty bold prediction. I think it'll be a little closer than that. I would kind of tend to agree with Jeff, but that's easy to say after Cap takes the first game here. Let's see. And then Steve, how was your vacation, Kendall? I was looking to play you Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Good to see you, Steve. It's Steve Cernicki. And it was good. It was honestly, I slept more than I did anything else. We went there. We went out kayaking a little bit, but really did sleep quite a bit, which was true.
We went kayaking today.
Did you? Where's that?
Over in New London.
Okay.
Inflatable kayaks. We brought our own. Those things are cool.
I'm waiting for the joke.
It's not a joke.
No.
My only
Sure.
joke with them, is because it's Jack and kayak. I say we're going Jack and kayaking.
Oh, funny. I smashed him pretty good. Nice wide open table. Let's take a look at the top. A little bit of work for the one ball, but I think you can definitely cut that back to the left if you're going aggressive. Nick Like says 20 to 15 LJ.
What's going on, Nick Like, out there in Hortonville? Glued to his TV. Do you have this on the big screen, do you, up there over Nick?
Hey, for sure, guys, because we're not on Facebook tonight, please go and copy that link and then go share it to some of your groups on Facebook. We really appreciate that.
What's the story with Facebook then?
It's just it is such a pain in our butt. It's ridiculous. And what it comes down to is there's some things we have to do to get things squared away. It's a pretty good effort by Cap. He just slid outside of that a little more than he'd like to. And John is pretty aggressive to get up and take a look at this right away because he knows he's got a great opportunity other than maybe the 5 ball. It's not the only work on the table. Yeah, Facebook is just something. It really is pretty frustrating, truthfully.
Sit on my Facebook.
Right. All right, so I'm going to go on and share this under my Quickfire page. And if you guys are over there, just go over there and share it if you would.
So he's looking at he's thinking about playing the kiss shot on the 7 when he shoots the 5. And the angle he's got on the 3 though,
Yeah, he's going to go in the corner.
he's
I
got
think.
too much angle. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
corner,
because he can't
corner and come out a little
he
bit.
can't stay out for a nice angle.
Yeah,
right?
he doesn't even have to hit this very hard. Good shot. You got to be a little bit careful the angle he's coming in at, that you don't park that 5 ball behind the 9.
Mm.
Got to get it off the rail enough to be able to play it correctly. You get there? It's close.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
his body
but
language
it
says
was
he's
tight.
okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was exactly the worry.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. You must be sharing like crazy. That's the other thing we got to figure out. We don't get those cool little share and like and all the stuff that usually comes up with Facebook. That's only a Facebook feature, so we'll work on that some more too. We like to give you guys recognition, but give a shout out in the chat here. Larry Dassow said he just shared and liked, so thank you very much, Larry, for both of those. Yeah, Nick, I would agree with what you're saying there. I'm not going to repeat it, though. All right, 1-1. Exactly what we'd expect. Yep, Jeff Jansen, thank you for the share. Appreciate it. We're just going to have to believe you all when you comment in the chat.
Nick Lake's on his way down to the Mad Apple to support his son, Nick Jr., who's over there playing in the Mad Apple Friday night 10-ball tournament. And he's been playing better. He's improved.
Avenue Auto, what's the score predictions? Well, we got a couple of them up there, and they're all for LJ so far. 2015 is the closest one we saw. And we had a 2013, somebody thinking that LJ was going to pop together a 6-pack or so. That was Andrew Brooker saying that.
Well, and that's definitely why LJ picked 9-ball. It's winner breaks 9-ball. And that's more likely than in 10 ball.
There goes the 1. And he's going to be sitting okay on the 2 and the 3 locked up. So, once again, his second shot is tied up. Same thing as the first rack. Yeah, he's shaking his head. He knows it, too. Oh, Jeff Jansen really rooting on Cap here. 20-18 as he's thinking LJ's going to take it.
Oh, he's having another good look. From the overhead, it doesn't look like it goes. Maybe he can just sneak it around the edge of the 7 and catch the far side of the pocket. And with the 4 ball on the top rail.
Yeah, he's just playing this high left. He's going to come around. I think he'll tap this ball, actually. If he goes long, the funny... yeah. Oh, what happened there? That's one way to do it. He must have.
Did he hit it? Yeah, because
yeah.
the 3 and the 7 have separated.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's the only one who knows exactly how good it was. He's going to come and talk to you, Kendall.
Yeah, it was hooked. He can move. I'll look. Hold on.
All right, so he knows he tapped one. He doesn't know which ball he hit. I think it must have been the 3 ball when he pulled it away.
I'll watch it now. Oh, he was right in 7. When you came up under the edge of the 7 and it pushed the 3 off. So
like a combination. They both moved.
The 7 no.
Well, I had to.
No, it didn't. The 7 stayed there pretty much. Sorry, guys. Well, this is kind of what makes it fun, though. So we're just watch on the top view. The 7 doesn't hardly go anywhere. Did you see that? 7 stayed there. It's
wow.
It's like that shot where you lift the cue and it doesn't move. So that's what happened. The 7 stays there. The 3 moves back onto it. Sure. I'll come and mark it. It just rolls over.
Isn't it a foul if you move 2 balls?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tell him that, because that's the truth. Yeah, that's right, actually. If you move 2 balls, it's a foul. So he did technically move the 7, even though it didn't move. You affected 2 balls, so it's a foul. This will be an interesting little conversation here. MH has to learn not to... I got to mute you guys for a second so we don't get cut off or... All right, there we go. So they're having a discussion, and they're playing. Johnny's questioning how did, because I told him not to move the 7 back, which is accurate because the 7 stayed there. However, technically it had to have moved in order to move the 3. And if you move 2 or more balls, that would be considered a foul. So what should happen here is Cap should have ball in hand. And that looks like what is going to happen. Yeah, it's correct. I mean, yeah, we were just talking about it, or I was just talking about it to everybody. Let's see. See if anybody chimed in. Yeah.
You know, and I'm just trying to be accurate there. He's like, well, did they both move? And we're like, well, the 7 ball didn't really move, but you hit it.
Right.
He's like, well, wait a minute. Did they both move?
Well, yes, technically they did, but the 7 did not move far enough that it was discernible to move it back, right? I mean, because
it may not have a need to go anywhere because it may have not actually moved.
But
so it's like, wait, if it didn't move.
But it was affected.
Yeah, it's like Newton's cradle, you know, the ball's, it's like a stop shot, you know.
Yeah.
Like
well, it's interesting, but I think it's definitely a foul. It was the right call.
It had to be a foul, yeah, because did the 7 move? Well, it ended up in the same place that it started.
Correct. But it had to have transferred energy based on the fact that the 3 ball moved. I've played Cap a lot. He has no conscience, so he won't care. That was a joke, Cap.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling Cap because he's going to listen later. I'll tell you, he's stroking the ball really nice and confident. I mean, he's. I think he's getting good lines on everything so far. He's just got to make sure you sink this one because he did get a little straighter than you might want to be. Hey, he didn't force it. Perfect shot. Didn't care if he came too far off the rail, but he got far enough off to make it easy. Shane Winkle, foul. I agree. Thank you guys for getting out there and sharing. We really appreciate it. We are down, or not down. We're choosing not to deal with Facebook right now. So we appreciate the shares on Facebook so that we can get everybody over to the YouTube channel. It isn't I mean, without YouTube, we wouldn't have been able to say anything about that shot. So I just went to the YouTube and the YouTube. It's like going to the Walmart. I just went to the YouTube.
It's like the Batman.
And rewound.
Sure. And that's where you got your replay from.
Yeah, right. Well, I know I shared it. Where'd it go? Maybe they heard me and they got rid of it right away. Oh, good job. I'll just do it again. Cap with the break. That was a funny little kick on that wing ball there. Well, you got a good roll up here, too. A little bit tough to get down on the 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he can.
Well, I mean, so you're either going to play safe right here. You're going to thin the 1 past the side pocket and come around behind the 4-6 or the 9. Or you could play the 1 up by the 9 and play down to the 2 and leave the cue ball down by the 2 ball.
Could play the 9 ball.
He went with the ladder and didn't quite get it. I think he's going to give Johnny an opportunity here. What does your shirt say?
It's DILF.
Oh, my.
Initials for something, though. I haven't figured it out.
Yeah. Got it at the Goodwill.
Gets me a lot of goodwill.
Q and object ball equals 2 balls. I agree. Why don't they use a magic rack? Rick, I have no idea. We would have to ask them.
Yeah, and that's the player's choice.
Yeah, if they both agree.
Well, that one leaked out. He's left a bank shot, but it doesn't really get you on the 2 either. Unless he powers it in with a lot of follow and left-hand spin. It's possible.
Oh, yeah. Do I look funny? I like that a lot.
Do I look funny? That's it. That's good. It's not bad, is it? Ask for suggestions. What does that stand for? That's not a bad one.
Yeah, no, I like that one. If anybody else has any ideas, feel free to shout them out in chat. All right, so jump shot coming by Johnny. He was pretty accurate on that 5-ball jump he shot before, and he had some struggles, so I guess I wouldn't bet against him making this ball. Mad Matt said he did not get a notification. Oh, that's the second one he rattled.
Wow. Another one. Super close, but no cigar.
I think he did the same thing to him, though. I don't think he quite gave him the shot. How do you jaw it like that and then leave him hooked?
And this is tricky. You can see the one, but what can you do with it? How do you get it safe with it and not scratch?
Well, they're still talking about that foul. And it's because the 2 balls moved. It's because of this. Right.
I mean, It doesn't
the 7
matter.
and the 3 moved. Well, it doesn't matter now because the game's over. But the cue ball wasn't a foul. He didn't foul with the cue ball.
No, it was the stick and the 2 balls. He hit 1 ball, and the ball he hit. Well, I mean, technically, did it move? It must have moved on some level, but it kind of ended up in the same place that it started.
There's
And
Todd
didn't- and
Holzer.
didn't
What's
travel
going on,
anywhere.
Todd?
That's a good shot.
Great shot, and he ended up on the 2, so really well played by Cap. Chance to go ahead 3-1 here. And anyway, so Todd is the gentleman who bought 7 of our tables for the new On the Hill.
Yep, Todd
pool room
Halverson.
with the- Yep, you got it. Oh, wait, maybe not. Oh, that's maybe not him. Watching from On the Hill in Mosney. Well, I don't know. Maybe his last name's different, but either which way. Did Cap just...
Wow,
What happened there?
he miscued.
That would do it. Nice. Faith Eichmann said good evening. She said she made the pilgrimage to Mad Apple last night. Got to play a few games on the 9-footer and actually saw a person she knew there. So had an amazing sandwich and some homemade slaw. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Faith. John's going to just settle for that combination. He didn't decide to touch it there,
Yeah.
which I think is smart.
Yeah, too many things can go wrong, and there's no real need to, is there? That combination is not bad.
No, and the nice thing is the combo actually stays there. You know, the 7, as long as you don't have a huge angle.
Yeah, that is key, though, is get nice and straight on this combination. By straight, that means the same angle that the 7 approaches the 8 at.
Which is about perfect
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
exactly where he's at.
And just hold the 7 right there. That came off a little further than he probably was expecting, but
Gotta just use-
still nothing to
Use an extra rail.
it. 7's going to go in the opposite corner pocket on top there. And perfect. Going to finish off here with this 9-ball, make it a 2-2 game. Cap had an opportunity there, and he kind of missed that 2. You can't be doing that against a player like John because, as somebody said earlier, he can snap off 6 on you.
Yeah, and it made such a nice long kick shot on the 1 ball there to get himself on the 2, and he was sitting good. So that miscue kind of came out of nowhere. It's not like he was hitting the ball hard. So we at the Mad Apple we have cribbage players come in every Tuesday, and one of the cribbage players, Kendall, told me the other day that he was at a bar up north, and the guy behind the bar had a Mad Apple streaming shirt on, and they had Mad Apple the game on.
Excellent.
So
Well, I'd love to know who that was.
well,
and
he did tell me the name of the bar, and I thought I'd remember it, and I'm gonna. He'll be here again next Tuesday, so I'll ask him again.
Well, I'll tell you, we really appreciate everybody that supports us and watches us and watches these matches. We want to just continue to get better and better matches coming. Next week, I can tell you we got a great challenger for either one of these guys if they win. So, and actually, next week we're going to have a guest commentator. Any idea who's coming in?
I do know.
Yeah,
It's the Rocket himself.
the Rocket himself is
Rocky
going to sit
Morris.
in the booth and
gonna be
talk and
Going to be commentating here.
help commentate that match. So we're excited to see that. And it'll be great no matter who, because when I tell you who's coming up, never mind, I'm not going to. But it is a terrific match and a classic Wisconsin match no matter which one of these guys win.
Bit of a mystery, isn't it?
Yes. You don't even know who you play for the Knights. I keep it such a secret.
Yeah. On
Todd,
Sunday.
thank you so much for that super chat, $10. I appreciate that so much. That goes right to our juniors, so terrific stuff.
Well, we're at 2-2, tied up. Little John shakes his head after that break.
Yeah, his first break that he broke, he almost didn't make a ball, and this one he didn't make a ball.
Yeah, you can't break and run racks if you don't make a ball on the break. Read that somewhere.
Oh, see the super chats show up. Look at that. Well, see, so if you want to see your name in lights, you just got to donate cash.
How about that?
Yep, nothing to it. I got nothing to do with that. I'll still holler out your name if you let me know you shared. So, well, what's he looking at here?
Well, he's shown us already he's played some nice kick shots, but he's not going to do that now. He's going to play a push. Question is where.
Leave it to Johnny.
He's going to give him a look at the one ball.
I don't know how I feel about that shot.
Well, it's tough to hit this, but he's still going to go for it.
Safety here, right, I think.
Well, for sure. He's going to snick off the outside edge of that one ball and try and get the cue ball back down. There's so many balls down table. The problem is you always end up hitting this shot thicker than you want to. And the one chips out in front of a pocket, which means you have to get the cue ball behind something, and that's not guaranteed. Your better safety shots leave the object ball safe just in case you don't hook him. So he's gone the other way because he was able to control that cue ball behind the four. That's a good shot. I don't know what he's looking at there. Because he does have just a one rail kick shot, or two if you brush off the side. But that's not what he was looking at there.
Yeah, Jeff Jansen, I can share the link, but I'm going to have to do it to actually... I'm not signed in on the computer that I do the work on here, so let me see if I can get it there to you.
And he knew he had to hit that harder to hope to get it safe, because the 1-8 combination wasn't set to go in the pocket. So he's just going to thin snick this one ball up, get behind that group of balls.
Famous YouTuber, I agree. He could have banked to that 8 ball. He's back a couple shots, but I just saw it.
He wants to know if there's a 3-foul rule in place.
You would have called it. Is there a 3-foul rule? You would have called it. It's up to you. Oh.
So, okay, they've just decided, and they should have decided before the match, but they've just agreed no 3-foul rule.
Okay. It's interesting to see how long it takes for my chat to show up there. I believe I sent it. I did. If it doesn't show up soon, we'll reiterate it. Oh boy. Just missed the back side of that. Johnny's taking a look here, seeing how he wants to break into these or if he wants to try and play safety. Cap's lucky that there wasn't a 3-foul rule because he'd be in trouble.
Yeah, it's a good lay of table, isn't it? It's sporting of John to say no, don't worry about it, because although you said you choose it, you really can't choose it.
Yeah, so
once the match has started, and particularly after you've already got him in a position.
Yeah, but it's the incoming player's call, so it was gentlemanlike for him not to.
Well, yeah, he was already hooked. Cap was already hooked on that ball when the question came up.
Take a second, just thank everybody for joining us here at Mad Apple Xstream. You guys are great. You guys are what keep us going, so make sure you're out there sharing and liking. Those are the things that allow us to do this for free.
Now, a lot of people would have bust those balls open there, and he played a delicate little tap on the 3 ball to give him a shot on the 2.
Great plan, yeah.
And he's left this 3-9 combination.
Dirty Dumper. What are those numbers beneath their names? Those are their Fargo rates. So Fargo is a scoring system that we use in pool in order to rate the player. So John is a 716, which is just a low-end pro, right? It's
Yeah.
considered low-end pro.
Right.
And then you've got Cap, who's at a 648, just below a pro. So it goes all the way down to 0. But I would say the vast majority of players that take the game seriously are probably within the 5 to 550 range, right?
There's a lot of them. Yeah. If you ever have a 599 under tournament, it fills up fast.
Right.
There's a lot of 599 under players, and they love to play in those tournaments. Keeping the 600 players out.
As soon as you get much over 600, you play pretty consistently. So I don't know why my link didn't show up there. I shared in YouTube, and it didn't seem to go there unless they saw me as a spam, maybe. Oh, no, I shared the wrong thing. Oh, my goodness, that's why. I copied it on the main computer, and then I tried to paste it
On your phone.
on my phone, which was the
Mhm.
YouTube link. That's not as bad as when you have a piece of paper and you can't quite read it, and you go to expand it. Have you ever done that?
Yeah. Yeah. Try and expand it and zoom in on a real photograph.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. This is the first time Johnny's had an open shot to a shot to the 2, so I think he's going to just draw back here, play the 2-7 next.
It's a big draw shot, that. Yeah, that is better than banking the 2, isn't it?
See if I can do this right now.
Well, I don't believe he wanted to do that.
Oh, he missed the one.
Yeah, he was playing a stop shot. So he was looking at either playing safe on the 2 or banking it. Probably safe from where he's left it. Actually, there was also a kiss shot possibly on the 7. That's fraught with danger. But somehow, amid all that, he missed that 1 ball.
Yeah, you can't do that for
Might
sure.
just let Cap in.
All right, well, let me try this again, see if I can actually share this time.
So this one's tricky to control. He's got to make sure he doesn't bury the 2 ball and the cue ball while he plays this combination. Which means you really, if you're choosing to... Oh, he's hitting it low. He's drawing.
Yeah, that's the shot that I thought John was going to play. I
Oh,
thought
that
he was
big.
going to draw back for that shot.
That worked out really well. At that kind of speed, to control the 2 ball to stay there, that was really good.
Well, I'll tell you, Jeff, for some reason, maybe they aren't letting me share a link. But if you actually go to my Quickfire page and then just scroll down until you see the sign up, King of the Hill sign up, it's on there. The link is there. So, Faith, what did you said you tried? It didn't work. What were you trying?
Possibly pasting the link.
Oh, maybe.
So here's you're going to see a good stroke on this. One thinks it's some kind of draw shot where he doesn't want to draw into the side pocket.
Got to hold this pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
it's doable.
You got any other options than playing a big draw shot here?
Yeah, forward. Hit this. You could hit this forward. He's not, though.
Forward.
Oh, he did
Stunning.
go. Yep. Good shot.
Stun forward a little bit.
Still low.
Stun run
That
through.
was a good shot.
Yeah, that was actually perfect.
Yeah, I think we're just about done trying to actually go live to Facebook, to be honest with you. So most of the time you're going to just see links over there unless we figure out some kind of compromise, because it just ain't worth it. All right, going for the combination 6-9. Nice angle to do it from, and he got it.
Levels
so
it
that's
up.
going to put him up to level with Johnny, 3-3. Nick, I agree. It'd be pretty cool to shoot like these guys. These guys both do play strong, so fun to watch. Except for he doesn't know how to rack. He's got the rack upside down.
One has to think that's deliberate.
His break has been working for him. I think. I feel like he's had more success than Johnny on his couple of breaks. Well, Johnny's had one more break than him because he won the opening flip or leg.
Cue bounces all over and just stays on the table.
Made the 7. Little bit of a cut here on this one ball. I think he can definitely make it. And then just come around for that 2-5 or was that 2-5, 2-4, 2-5 combination in the corner.
Or 2-5 kiss shot.
Yeah, I think because of where he is, though, he's going to come way back up table here. Because he's going to play pretty short around those 2 rails if he cuts this ball in. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 different pockets he could shoot this one ball in, although I think the
Yeah,
one
it
you're
shortens up too
saying
much
is the
going
better
to-
one just because of the 8 ball.
Yeah,
Gets
it
in the way.
shortens up too much going to the
And
left. I
it
think.
does, yeah. If you shoot it to his right,
I think he's got to draw it
he
to the left.
naturally goes down table. He's digging really low on the cue ball there with a ton of spin here. He was trying to. Why wouldn't he just go forward naturally?
Well, I think he was scared of it. It was very close to a dead scratch if he
Okay.
did that. So
But a ton of draw, and it wasn't even close to enough. And a massive amount of left-hand spin on that ball.
guys, if you haven't copied and shared this link over to Facebook yet, we appreciate if you do. Take it over to your groups. This is going to be a great match. I'm telling you, both these guys can play some really outstanding pool.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Little John.
And he actually might not be bad. He may have this edge of the 2 ball just enough that he needs. Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
So that line tells you he doesn't have it. He's thinking about going to the rail first.
rail first works here, though, because
Yeah.
of where the 5 ball's sitting outside of that pocket. So I think this ball is still very likely to go. Oh, boy, I can't
Yeah,
believe
it's a really tough shot. That they just weren't sitting nice, really.
He's either going to pull this back by the 6 or he's just going to spin this real low and stay up there and shoot the 3 in the side next. Or he could play the 3 up in the corner by the 8 too. No, he did come over by the 6. So played right between that window and got perfect. Almost too perfect, but draw back here, I think, get to the other side of the 9 and shoot the 4-5 combination. Depends on the actual angle he has. It's hard to tell from where we sit. And he's going to draw straight back. Oh, he stopped it. Must have had a little more angle than he wanted. So to avoid the 6, he just played forward.
Yeah, he's come out nice there.
Yeah, that was about where you kept the 4 ball. The cue ball was going to be probably okay almost anywhere. But you just didn't want the 4 ball
Yeah,
to
the
get
4
out
ball
of the
has
pocket.
Rested on this near rail here.
Aren't the balls supposed to go in the holes? What are you talking about, Charlie Bananas? Well, that wasn't a great shot, but he'll be all right. But he definitely didn't like the way he hit it.
Well, and he had just a little bit of an angle and he was on the wrong side, but he had enough that he couldn't, hit it hard. but no problem.
Shot there by Johnny. Take a look back here at the shot to get on the 9. Nice little touch coming around 3 rails to get straight in on the 9 ball. And puts it down to take the 4. Oop, there we go. All right, a little bit about John here. 716 Fargo. He's 43 years old. He's from Appleton. Shoots with a Jacoby Q and uses a Jacoby black shaft, or at least last I knew, right? So, and SIB, I don't even know what that is. SIB tip.
Yeah, it's his new thing.
Is it?
He was all about how tips a while back, but now he's switched. And I haven't tried these new ones.
He's been playing pool, looks like, for 30 years. His favorite game is bank pool. And favorite player, obviously, Larry Neville, who was like a mentor to him.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit about John.
Well, that's better. Pops the 1 straight into the side pocket.
Still
Stops
nothing on the 2, yeah.
Yeah, the 2 didn't go nice, but he's controlling the cue ball and getting the 1 to go in the side, so... And I don't know, he probably made the corner ball.
Looks like
too,
you
I
can
don't know.
see the edge of it, so he's going to go ahead and play a safety around 2 rails here.
Yeah, and he hit that well. It's very easy.
Look out. Yeah.
To hit that
and he left a window
Can't
here.
stay too thick. Yep.
Cap is happy to see what he can, because it could have been way worse if he would have slid around that 6 ball.
So he's got the pocketing angle here. If he wants to go at it, it's risky,
Yeah, it's a tough shot, too.
but it's tough to play safe here too.
I think that's easier than the shot, but never know. Cap's a pretty aggressive guy. That's a good shot.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of lucky he bumped that 5, or the 4 there. Got to get a roll every once in a while, though.
Yep. What comes
Can't
around
all
goes
go
around.
bad.
So this shot requires a really good hit if he's hoping to stick behind the 4 ball. You have to hit that perfect. Otherwise the cue ball leaks out.
It's going to get him on the 7. No, not quite. I think
Yeah.
just got to the outside of the 7, so
It's very difficult to hit that shot. And stay there.
hit it about as good as he could, I think.
And actually he had follow on it, so I don't know if it was ever able to stop.
All right, Cap's going to play to the end rail, and you can see he was lining up for the 4 past the 9 in the corner. Ooh. Hart skipped a beat there.
This is tricky because the 4 ball does go past the 9, but it's not a full pocket, and obviously if you touch the 9 at all, it's almost certainly not going to go in. But he wants to.
You got to come 3 rails here, right?
Yeah, he's got to hit it hard enough to get position, and that's what was tough about that shot. At slower speeds, you could get away with that kind of shot, but he had to hit it harder to get his position.
Can't see it. I think he possibly left John this
Yeah,
shot.
it's left. It's open.
If it is, I think you just try to come to the outside of that 6 ball. Could come over to the 8, I guess, too.
You just drift to the center
2
of the table
rails.
just far enough. You're not trying to get straight in the 6. You just leave the cue ball in the middle of the table.
Depending on how much of this 4 he's got, I think he might come over by the 8 ball.
Going around those balls, huh?
Yeah, around the 9 and over by the 8. But he looks like he's pushing it forward. No, he did.
Yep, spun it around. Managed to miss the 9 and the 8.
Side pocket for the 7 ball here. I think he's just going to draw this ball straight back.
Yeah.
Well, as straight as it'll allow, which will set him up perfectly for the 7 in the side. I think you're going to see this ball come back. Perfectly hit, and great angle here coming into the 8, so he's just going to slide this forward a little bit, center ball, which will give him the angle on the 8 to slide over for the 9. Whoa, he really decided to hit it. Careful. 2 rails, 9 balls, same pocket. So end rail first and then side rail. Oh boy.
One rail, yeah.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, there was no need to go forward then.
I didn't even see it. Looking here, it looked like 2 rails, and then
Yeah.
as soon as I looked at the overhead, you were right, it
Yeah.
was much easier.
Well, he finally takes a 2-game lead. I'm assuming he hasn't scored that yet. And we're going to find out, see if we can get something going on the break.
Well, thank you, everybody, for sharing. We really appreciate it. You must be doing a great job. That's good to see, because this is a great match and definitely should get the views. These guys are just getting warmed up. I think you're going to see things speed up even more as we get going. They determined 9 balls were not going to count, so that ball will come up, and he's going to be hooked right behind the 9.
Oh, the 9 ball is going to hook him. Yeah, he slaps the table. He doesn't feel he's been getting any luck from the break. He hit that great. You see how nicely he stopped the cue ball in the table. That's where the cue ball ended up. It didn't get kicked or anything. It just
almost perfectly in the middle of the O of brownies there.
That's right.
On the overhead can.
Pops straight back. So he's hitting it really well.
All right, guys, it's getting a little further in. Any more predictions on what we think the final score is going to be? Shout them out.
And that really depends on whether he gets his break going. I mean, it looks like he's hitting it well. So, you know.
Now you just got to get a shot, right?
Win a break. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to predict because either player could start breaking and running.
John rolling out here, leaving him just the edge of that 1 ball. He's going to make Cap play a very delicate shot
Cap
here.
didn't even barely look at it. Didn't get out of his chair to look at it. And just put
Let's
John
look
back.
over the top of John's
One has to
shoulder
think there's a safety here.
I think he's just trying to change things up, you know. Sometimes you feel like it's slipping away, like the guy's controlling it. So sometimes that move would pay. In this case, Johnny got him pretty good, actually.
Yep, now Cap wishes he played that shot instead.
Just depends on how much of this one he can see. If he's got to try and cut this up in the corner, which it looks like he might because he doesn't have enough to... Yeah. Oh,
Rail first and spin it. Yeah, he hit rail
Oh, I
first.
thought it was going to work. Almost got away with it.
All right, so he's left to start off a little, John.
Lat Martins, good to see you. Final score, John 20, Capper 13. Kind of getting trouble going into this corner. I might see him trying. I would guess he's just going to make this ball, but he could bank it. Could be an option. Bank and draw, but I think he's going to cut and draw. Just don't like going in this corner if he cut it. Yeah, he did bank it. Good shot.
Oh, what a great shot.
Yeah, and he came back on
Replay that one.
good side of the two ball there too. Again, you getting a little bit of trouble. He might even bank this one, truthfully.
He said bank pool was his favorite game. And how did he do in that bank pool tournament we just had?
I should know, and I'm sorry I don't. I'm not a very good loser when I play in tournaments, and I don't play well. I don't stick around very long. All right, he did cut it and held the cue ball really nice. Good shot. Probably going to, I don't know, carom or combo on that 7, one of the two. Obviously. I think the combo is almost smarter just because it's going to push the 4 over.
Not set very nice, is it?
No, it's just
he didn't like it, so he's
so not
bumped
nice
into
that
it.
he bumped it, yeah. And ended up perfect.
Yeah.
That's why he's a 716.
Left himself more angle on this shot than he would like. But that's better than hooking yourself behind the 6.
Right.
And it was no problem at all.
John about to take this to doubling Cap's score. You can see he's starting to get a little bit of it in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Six to 3. Little John with the lead. Throw another little plug in here. Obviously, all the lessons are spoken for us, so we don't have any lessons to offer anymore. But we got Rodney Morris coming up here. The 24th through the 28th, we kind of talked about a little bit, but it's going to be great because he said that he would be happy to come into the booth on Friday. So next week, we're going to have Rodney Morris in the booth here with us. Should be great. Old School says, I love watching LJ shoot in stroke. I agree. A lot of fun to watch. Speaking of fun to watch, I think that's what Rodney Morris brought to the game. That's why they called him the Rocket. That guy shot so fast and would just make everything. And I'm excited to meet him. And again, I met him years ago. And be great to have him here. So, see if Johnny figured out his break here yet. He's got to make a ball and get position. Hasn't really gotten that.
He's got such a long stroke on his break shot there.
Just long enough to make the 1, and no shot on the 2.
Yep.
Should be getting used to that by now. Randy Holes says 20 to 15, John. That's his guess.
Yeah, he didn't make the corner ball, didn't make the one on the side. Did stop the cue ball nicely. At least he's still controlling the cue ball, but...
I mean, honestly, it's pretty ugly even after making a ball.
Well, yeah, it's definitely not a nice look here. And the problem is, of course, you play push. You can switch momentum to your opponent here. Because unlike the last time where Cap gave it back, Cap's not giving this one back. It's too easy to play safe here, I think. right?
Yeah,
You just-
overcut the 2. Right?
yeah, exactly.
But
Overcut the 2 and leave it by
Still
the
tough, I'll tell you what.
and maybe
Cue
use
ball's gonna
use the 5 ball to stop the cue ball,
maybe.
just like that.
Johnny's still got an edge. I think he can hit the
Yeah.
edge and put him behind the 8.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's
Might be getting the short stick out, honestly.
you
I think
did.
he's going to go for the jump shot here.
Wow, it's such a thin cut.
Rick says Johnny took 5th, 6th in the bank pool tournament, and that says a lot because there were a ton of great players. Unbelievable.
His
Neil
jump shot.
Jacobs, that guy's just an animal.
Yeah,
banking the
phenomenal.
ball.
I want to go back on YouTube and watch a lot more of those bank matches from that bank pool tournament.
Got to get this up and down real quick, and he's really thin in the edge of this ball.
Yeah, this jump to me, and I'm not a good jumper. This just seems so difficult to not lose the cue ball if he's really thinking about cutting the 2 ball in.
Well, maybe he's going to bank it back towards it. I don't know. Let's take a look. He's not going to tell us, so we're going to have to decipher if he meant it or not. Yeah, he played the bank.
Right. Yeah, because you need to hit that 2 ball thick to protect the cue ball. If you were cutting it thin, the cue ball's just going to bounce off the table.
All right, Cap, we got to see something out of you here. See if he can get something rolling. Don't want to get too far behind. Couple 3 games isn't going to be too bad. You can definitely make that up, but got to keep pace anyways.
Yeah, I mean, one thinks a nice aggressive bank shot here.
I just like cutting the 2 into
Cut
the-
it in. It's
I
tough to
think
stay.
so.
It's tough to get out back on the 3 then, isn't it?
Oh, he cut it.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
how's that?
That was a beautiful little kiss on the 4 ball to stay there. Now this ball is so close as it might even be frozen or very close to frozen. He's shaking his head, doesn't like it.
You had to jack straight up on this ball, I think,
Yeah,
and
and
shoot
if he
towards
calls
the
it-
5, right?
If they call for a ref, Kendo, I'm sending you out.
No way. No, I'll go ahead and watch it. I don't care.
Okay, he's cutting it thin.
Well, he's not going to like that.
Well, at least he's not. Well, he is. Is he? Can he see the edge?
Mike Patterson, do these matches affect their Fargo rate? They do not. We do not report these matches to Fargo.
Good question, though, Mike. I haven't talked to you for a long time. Wonder what you're up to. Hopefully, we'll see you come down here and play pool one of these days.
Tell you, I was on vacation for a couple days and I slept like crazy. I don't know if I've slept that much in the last 2-3 years. It was a vacation that I just slept on.
You got to catch up sometime.
Yeah. But I'm tired. I feel like it's past my bedtime tonight
Yeah.
now.
Well, I think he just has to. If he doesn't like that, he's just got to kick at it. Yeah. He's looking at it. I mean, he does have a very thin edge, doesn't he, here? I just don't see where this shot goes. I mean, if you snick it down towards the 7 ball, and the cue ball comes off the row and kind of goes towards it. Just like that, they end up together. Yeah, I didn't really see how that was going to go safe. If he was hoping to get behind the 5, maybe. I think I'd have rather kicked at that ball, given it a chance to actually kick into the pocket.
Yeah, he left Johnny the opportunity here. Oh, that's surprising. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was shooting that in the corner for sure.
Yeah, and then getting to the other side of it. But if you like this 5-9, it's nothing wrong with this 5-9 combination.
Well, and again, you look at the angle of it. The 5 goes in the right direction to match with the cue ball. Take a look at that one again, quick. It's the shot that's going to take Johnny to 7 games. Arthur Moore just got in the game. He said Little John by 7, so he's predicting 20-13. Made a ball. Can he get a shot? I think he might have. Could we possibly have 2 games in a row? He definitely got a shot. So 1 ball in the corner. My guess would be that, depending on his angle, it looks like he can probably come around the 2-3 and shoot the 2 in the opposite corner. If he doesn't want to try that, he's going to come short of that and play the 2 possibly up in the other kitty corner of the 2 ball there. Yeah, so he's kind of pointing. He knows that he could get stuck down here in the corner if he doesn't quite come around it.
Yeah, the edge of the 4 wall is just in the way, really, isn't it?
No, I think he's got it. It's just whether or not he wants to come above the 2 or stay on the bottom side by the 3. So I think he's going to try and go above the... Oh, he banked it.
Yeah.
Look at that shot. Jeez. Just beautiful. Well played. Didn't even see it coming, and he stroked it straight in the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, I could tell he wasn't using any spin there. So I think he had to flick it in with spin if he was shooting it in the pocket that was nearest to it.
And he straightened it out really nice. I mean...
And what he's eyeballing there is getting on the 5 ball after these next 3 balls with an angle that he can bump into the 9 or the 8. He doesn't like the idea of just shooting straight from the 6 to get on the 8. Although the 8 does have a clear pocket and you don't have to break him, you'd have to play really good position.
Do you think I should announce who's playing next week after this match tonight?
You bet.
Yeah? I think we should vote. Who wants me to announce and let everybody know who's playing next week
Well, that's
after this match?
a no-brainer of a vote.
What? Some people might like the suspense. You never know. Old School says announce. Faith says yes.
So because he was where he was on the 4, he didn't get on the 5 where he was lining up before. He doesn't have to break these balls.
Lat thinks I should.
But he just wants to.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean,
As long as you can
try and
judge
play that
that.
short side on the
He
8.
judged that really nicely, the kiss on the 8 ball, to make sure he didn't get in trouble. You can lose the cue ball if you hit that shot awkwardly. But he played it just perfect.
Larry Dasso has a guess as to who it is. He says Duncan.
Well, what about that guess, Kendall?
I could be. I don't know. I haven't announced yet, so we have no idea.
Duncan the Dragon?
Mad Matt. That'd be a heck of a match if it was Duncan. My God. Rodney Morris announcing the winner of this match. Could be incredible.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Johnny out to a huge lead now. He's actually up by 5 games. That's a pretty good size lead, but that doesn't knock Cap anywhere near out of this game. I've seen Cap do some pretty amazing stuff. He needs to get a little more aggressive. I see him kind of
And Cap
letting John take the energy here.
Cap controlled this King of the Hill seat for quite a number of weeks, didn't he?
What?
Cap.
1 week?
1 week? Well, he controlled it for a whole 1 week. Okay, all right.
You know.
Surely we've seen him more than that.
No.
I don't mean this time.
No, he didn't. He has failed to last his last win was his only win in his attempts.
Oh.
He played great every time,
But
and
he's
I'm not just saying that.
You're saying he challenged a few times, which is why I've seen him
Yep.
4 or 5 times.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
He played not that many times. I think 3.
Okay.
I think this is his 5th time playing, but he won last week, so one of them is as king.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And this score is getting a bit one-sided. Cue ball threatening the side pocket that time.
Yeah, see, that's a good guess. Larry's guessing at it, and he said, "I'm just going off what I said before about a good old Wisconsin matchup. Makes sense that Duncan would be it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that reasoning. Now I feel like it's going to be disappointing if I don't say it's Duncan, though.
Uh-huh.
You guys aren't going to... Nah.
Better quick, I'll go call Duncan.
Right. My God. No hate mail
So
if it's not Duncan.
He ended up with a nice little combination there. He made 2 rules on the break.
Oh,
Playing it
look, switching up hands.
Left-handed.
Old School says, I figured after LJ's first performance on the stream, he'd come out with a mission tonight. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a great guess there, Lat Martin, too. Lat Martin said he would love to see Little John against Tom McCluskey. That would be a barn burner. I would agree with you.
And Tom McCluskey's watching. He predicted LJ's going to win this match 20 to, what did he say there?
20-6. Oh, no, that's Dirty Dumper. 20-6. That's
20 to 9, Tom thinks. Is Tom on the list?
Oh, Tom's up. No, Tom's not on the list.
Tom, you should be on the list.
Tom wants to.
Was that a yes? We'll put you on.
Well, we'd have to jack that entry fee up if that was a match.
What a strange-looking safety attempt.
Yeah, I get what he was doing, but it's tough.
He
I
lost
mean,
the-
but he's hit everything else well, so why not?
He was trying to creep behind the 9 ball, was he?
Yeah, and I think Cap's probably happy.
Why did he have to do that, though?
Tom says too difficult to travel on Fridays, even though he gets a free hotel room if he does travel on Fridays. With one heck of a gift basket. Did you see the gift basket I give these guys? Come on there, Cap. That's not the way it's supposed to look.
Yes, those gift baskets are amazing. There's a hard-boiled egg and a bag of nuts. It's worth driving for.
Oh, yeah. It is not. Nice Mad Apple pool towel and a shirt and beef jerky. And you're right, there's nuts in there. No hard-boiled egg.
No
though.
hard-boiled egg.
Yeah. Brits. Johnny with the cut shot. And straight in the hole for the 6 ball. Starting to get his groove on here. Johnny's going to just pull this back a little bit for the 7. Possibly the 9 in the side pocket last. Nope, he's going to keep it simple and play to the corner.
Yeah, it's tough when a match all of a sudden you end up behind and you don't feel like you've shot many shots. When you do get a chance, you've still got to stay strong and play the same way you started.
Well, and Johnny can definitely dominate a match and all of a sudden just sneak in on you.
Yeah, 9-3 doesn't feel good. If Cat believes that he can break and run some racks, then it's really you're not so far behind. But that rack he would have loved to have taken. That would have been 8-4. It wouldn't have seemed nearly as bad as 9-3.
Little John on the move, ready to go. So I'm going to throw it out there since we're on the stream right now. I'm struggling to get a lady to play for our Queens match. So if anybody out there knows a lady that wants to take on Kelly Nickel this week in the Queens, please reach out and let us know.
Because you do have ladies on the list, don't you? But they're all playing.
Yeah, they're all playing in a tournament out in La Crosse, which is great.
A ladies tournament.
If we have to cancel the Queens, we will. We'll still have the Jesters and the Knights going on, which you're our current knight, right?
That's right.
And
we'd like to know who I'm playing next.
I'm
this
sorry,
week
I
on
can't
Sunday.
tell you that. It'd be like cheating. Nobody else knows. Why would I tell you?
Well, the challenger knows.
Well, I know. Well, Challenger knows what game he's going to play first, too.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to tell you that either, does he?
Big disadvantage. Just doesn't seem fair.
All right, Cap's got to make a move here and either tie Johnny up or try and make a ball, but I think he's going to try and tie him up, obviously, because there's not too much here.
Needs that 6-ball to come into play.
That did not happen. This is going to be not a good scene for Cap, because I'm pretty sure Johnny's going to run this through. Cheers, Nick. Bringing us in a Mountain Dew, thank you. Old school Katrina would be great. I should reach out to her, but you should reach out to her since I'm doing something right now. Not very good, but I'm doing it.
And I know you were working on Natasha Z, who's in the house right now.
Yeah, we were trying to work on Natasha.
But she should play.
But we'd love to have a challenger for Kelly this week.
Why haven't we had Michelle Neville on the Queens yet?
'Cause she likes banking balls.
Well, she can bank balls.
Really well hit ball. Love that shot. Just going to go straight forward and back out for the 4 here. Probably spin forward around this ball. I don't know. Maybe he might draw back, but he drew back.
So you've got to get the speed right here to land on this ball in the side pocket. And he's got the speed down just perfect, doesn't he?
How's it look?
Well, after the first 6 games, it looked like this was going to be a close match. And I'm not saying it can't end up that way, but...
Well, Cap's got to get back to the table, and when he does, he's got to make the ball. He had an opportunity there that normally you wouldn't see him miss. But all it takes is one miss like that, and Johnny's going to go off on a couple more racks and spread the distance a little more. So that brings our score 10 games to 3. John on a tear here, so let's see what he does here. Never brought up your screen over there, sir.
All right.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thanks for all the shares tonight. We really appreciate it. We got a great match here going, at least so far from Johnny's case. He hasn't missed a whole lot, to be honest. So Cap hasn't missed much either. He just hasn't had as many opportunities. There he's happy. He finally made a ball and has a shot on the 3.
Made the 1 and the 2.
And where the 5's sitting is just about perfect as long as he can get fairly straight in on the 4 ball.
And the 8, so 3 balls on the break.
And I would say that qualifies as fairly straight in on the 4 ball. Almost too good,
Yeah.
but far enough that
Well,
he's
he's gone.
tight, so he'll drift off the rail here with just a stop shot. It'll drift over a little bit,
Yeah, luckily the 4 ball's not quite on the rail.
just like that. Oh, it's a little backwards, but he'll work it out. Would like to have a little angle the other way. He's gonna have to go forward now.
Ended up just
I
short
guess
of
is he-
straight.
Just straight draw here, I think. I don't
Just
think
don't-
you even
don't
go
use
to
it.
go
Don't
to a
use any
rail here
rails.
at all. Yeah.
Depends how much angle he's got. You may have to pop
Ah,
to
he
the
did.
side
Yeah,
rail.
okay. He did force it over.
And played that well. Took a good line, so he had no chance of scratching in the opposite corner. It's got a nice little angle here where you can just follow this.
Up for the side pocket next, yeah. All right, going to take it to a
Well-
little, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Middle of the road, but
he's not going to let himself scratch.
right on.
Well, if he keeps breaking and running, Cap's got to be worried about this. We really haven't seen much of Cap.
Uh-oh. How do we get rid of this guy? I forget. Where's Chris G when you need him? 'Cause they'll shut us down for that if we don't get rid of that thing. Oh, here, right here.
You right-click on it and block him.
I don't know. Where's Chris G? He showed me one time. I got to go into the studio, I think.
Ken, where am I going on here to pull this up?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, send Chris G a text.
Well, yeah. I don't know where he is. 'Cause that'll just keep popping up over and over. Bunch of losers. Can you please remind me how to get rid of a... What do they call that again?
Spam. Or
Close enough. I forget what I mean. Yeah, I tried clicking on the name icon. It doesn't work. So far, he's left it alone. There's only 4 that popped up, so... All right, back to the match, though. Let's take a look here. Johnny just break?
Yep. Yeah, that's it. This is a shot right after the break.
Let's take a quick look from the top. He's kind of looking where he wants to hit on this 8 ball. He's going to try and come off the 1 back to bump the 8, I think.
Yeah, that's tricky, isn't it? So Z banking and hitting the backside of the 8 is what he was pointing his cue at right there. And that's fraught with danger because if you catch that wrong, you hook yourself behind the 8.
Andrew Brooker says looking a little conservative now, eh, Jeff? On his prediction earlier.
Yeah, everybody's prediction may be like
Oh,
that. And that was
no,
what I was
not
worried about,
quite.
the scratch.
Yeah, he
If it
came
hit the
right
other side of
through
the... If it hit the rail... It's a tiny little window on the rail he was looking to hit just next to the side pocket.
Cap will take a small breath of relief here and hopefully try and get something going here. He's got to get moving pretty quick. And Dirty Dumper says 20-6 is on track, and Jeff Jansen says not looking great.
Yeah, and that's the most one-sided prediction, and I think everybody was... Yeah.
Well,
there's Mr. G right in front of you, sitting in the bleachers. Uh, nice. Trying to get a Nick now can see us waving. Trying to get me, but he doesn't know what we're pointing at. We're pointing at Chris G right next to you. That's it. That's it. You got it.
That's hilarious. Hey, you can't just open the door. MH, you cannot open the door because the music comes up. There we go. Oh, I gotta let him have the mouse. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, no.
Studio.
Cap needed to make that ball. If he wants to make this match competitive. He's been sitting in his chair for quite some time. OJ's having a good old think about this. A lot of people would just think, well, why don't you just pop it in and draw back a little bit. Got to judge. He wants to judge the exact angle that he has on the 7. That's the balls on the table shot. Oh, a big draw shot there.
A little short there.
Yeah, because he was too close to straight. So now we're going to see him come with a shot. He's just a little bit off straight in the wrong direction. I think he's going to power this round with a lot of spin
3 rails.
and a lot of follow.
Yeah, 3 rails around.
And it's really easy not to hit that enough.
Nicholas says this guy's game is poetry in motion. I agree. Johnny plays
Another
great.
bank shot.
Great shot there.
Played 3 long table bank shots so far. Made them all.
He jumped a little and looked like he decelerated, talking about Cap, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, it's not Casp. I know, that seems like it would make sense. K-A-S-P. But they call him Cap, like on top of your head.
Yeah,
Right.
that's weird, isn't it? He does
Yeah.
have an S in his name. If we spelled it right. Oh, he spelled it. They spelled their own, didn't they? Kasprzycki.
Well, Johnny putting on a show here. He definitely is in stroke. You can't complain about the way he's playing. His break has got some work to do, but seems to be recovering. But Cap is not really hitting the ball like I'm used to seeing Cap hit the ball either. He missed a couple of shots he typically would not miss.
Look at that. Look how well he stopped that cue ball in the middle of the table.
Yeah, and he's got a good angle here, too.
You got to hit that ball so
He's throwing his
square.
hand up, but he probably knows as well. I mean, it's a good angle here. Just going to bump that 2-9. Got to get a little bit of a roll not to be hooked up, but I didn't get it. And then again,
Well,
I guess he got it.
he got a shot in the side pocket, it looks like.
Could have been the plan. As good as he's hitting the ball, I think can't rule it out.
Yeah, I think he
I
was.
would have thought he went to tap it.
Yeah, I think so.
Andrew Brooker said this is what I expected the last time LJ played. I think that's what everybody kind of expected.
And I always think Little John's stroke is different. It's kind of like a two-stage stroke. Have you noticed that? I've never heard anyone talk about it or mention it. But it's like he starts accelerating the cue and then slows down and then starts again. It's like a two-part stroke.
Right, he pushes through at the last second.
Yeah,
He's
it's
gonna
weird.
end
It's
up
like the
behind
first
that.
part is... Oh, he's not happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. Old School says, just wondering, doesn't LJ or anyone shooting that smooth get in your head? Cap can run racks, but when you see LJ doing his thing, it's all it's about. I mean, if Cap would have really persisted, he could have gotten Johnny's head. I mean, it happens. Johnny plays really strong, and it's harder for players as talented as Johnny to get in their head. But you can do it, and Cap did not take advantage of the opportunities he had to do that
Well,
against Johnny.
with Little John, it usually goes the other way, doesn't it? Because Little John a lot of people have a tough time playing against him.
Well, because he's phenomenal. I mean, it really, you can say anything you want. The reason they have trouble playing against him is because he does this. If you do miss, he punishes you. And fairly effortless. You aren't going to see any huge variation in the way Johnny plays. He's just very solid every time he shoots. If you watch Shane Van Boning, same thing, just not quite as pronounced as what LJ does. It's because you're doing the throw. It's the same thing that I teach in mechanics. It's because it's that final throw that, you're just letting it go forward on its path. You know what I mean? So he sets in, and then he accelerates it onto that line because you're releasing it and letting it throw.
And you can notice it watching the front end of his cue, but if you get on any of these camera angles, you get to watch his backhand. It's very noticeable.
I think the one does sneak by there if he wants to try it.
Oh,
It's going to be grazing in, wiping its feet on the way in, as
wiping its
they
feet.
say.
Yeah, that's a tiny pocket from there.
I think it's bigger than you think, but it's tight. It's got it.
And the
think he's
spin
gonna-
that gets imparted on the object ball by the cue ball brushing across it, of course, doesn't help it on this shot.
Well, he didn't play it.
And
He
yeah,
played.
he didn't like it.
What a great save! Even he's on the 3 on top of it, so he's not just on the 6. I think he's hooked a little bit on that 3, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he can jump over the 6 without fouling the 3 if he's going straight at the 1. Which gives him...
Still going to be pulling out the short cue.
Well, going to have to keep a good watch on that 3 ball as he plays this shot.
All right, we got a subscriber there. Alley plus life, whatever that is.
Mm-mm.
What? Wow. Oh,
What a fantastic shot. The
I would
3
agree.
ball didn't move. Let's check a replay on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a look quick right away. How'd you hit it?
What a great shot. Didn't really want to draw it like that. I'd love to have just stopped up there on the 2.
That was Purdy. I agree.
Now he needs to follow it up with another good shot.
Yeah. Well, it's tough because there's nowhere to the 3 really at this point either.
Yep,
Even if you do pocket this ball.
sure. But one thinks that if, and I'm not saying don't play safe on the 2, but if you can make the 2, you may have a better chance of hooking him playing safe on the 3.
Maybe bank the 2. Is that what he's looking at?
Oh, what a great shot.
wow.
What a great shot. Another replay. That's 2 trick shots in a row. He's now got a combination on the 3-4. This is the kind of thing you need if you're going to get back in this match. And look how much spin he's hitting that ball with.
Just really well struck. Set up here on the combination. Oh, come on.
Oh, and that's a shame for the Cap fans out there.
Just 2 really phenomenal
Yeah,
shots.
and I'm afraid 2 good shots in a row isn't enough.
Yeah.
But those were very nice shots.
Yeah. Johnny aware of the caution there, and he still pushed the 3 a little bit out.
Yep.
Offline, made it pretty tough.
Well, he's still got this shot, doesn't he? He doesn't like how
Yeah,
much
coming
speed
the
is going to be in the
5,
cue ball, but
He'll kill this
He
pretty
can hit
quick,
this
I
soft.
think.
ooh. Well, doesn't bank in the side pocket. Could bank it in the corner pocket.
2 rails back in the other side. Spin it back.
Well,
Passed and back, right? He's a bank pool player. He might try it.
and that's really difficult on a diamond where everything they just seem to sort of come in and out of the rails and end up on perpendicular and parallel lines. We've never quite figured out why that is. So where he's showing you cue here, it's a sort of a Z-banked safety where he bumps the 5-ball 2 rails and leaves it on the top of the head rail.
Is that what he's playing?
That's what he was considering based on where he just put his cue, but he's not. Don't know what he's going to decide, but that would give him a chance to get the cue ball back down behind the 6.
I'll tell you what I do like. I do like the fact that as far ahead as Johnny is right now, he's still taking this with as much consideration as he would if it was tied up, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that just get up there, hit it, and
No, he's always really super focused on every shot. Pulling his faces.
I tried to get him back behind there. So Cap, with this opportunity, really got to take advantage here. Johnny left him a very makeable out.
Yeah, and sometimes on those safety shots where you've got two things you're thinking about, the object ball and the cue ball, you find they can't both happen, and you've got to focus on one of them. And so probably putting the 5-ball on the top of the end rail was the priority there. That's a nice shot from Cap.
Dave Cap, thanks for the subscription.
Well, he's got just enough that he can snick this in. He'd love to have got straighter on this ball. Could bank it if he doesn't like the cut. He's got to make this. There you go. Well done. Stay down.
All right,
Good
got to
job.
4. Good job, Cap. Let's keep her going here. We like close matches here, so I'd like to see Cap get something together here for a bit.
Well, we are playing winner breaks Nibal, folks, and that means the guy breaking has a chance to maintain control and stay at the table. Key to that, of course, is breaking, making a ball. Don't lose the cue ball. And hope that you don't get unlucky. All right, we're pulling up the player questionnaires. Kendall's doing my job for me. And there he is. We've got Cap on the right, Little John on the left.
Holy cow, that was rough, huh? We got her figured out now. Chris even made it easy, which made it actually harder for me. But good job, Chris. Let's see. What is the official rule on 9-ball racking? What's the question?
I think 1 and the 9 are the only 2 balls that matter, right?
What's going on, Mark Bell?
And the 1 ball, in most situations, goes on the spot, unless they choose otherwise.
Well, I'll tell you what, we better give Cap his moment in the spotlight here. We'll talk a little bit about him. Well, he breaks here. Fargo rate of 648. He's 43 years old. He's from Rothschild, Wisconsin. I know I screwed up on the flyer, but Jacoby Q, Jacoby Shaft. Kamui medium tip. He's been playing for 34 years. His favorite game is 8-ball, and he likes Mr. Earl Strickland. And if you don't know Cap, all you got to do is look at the picture he gave me to submit for his profile pics, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about that young man.
He picked that picture. Lovely.
We don't pick it for him.
And he is also playing with a Jacoby. With a blackout jump cue. Break cue. Well, he made a good break there, but he's hooked on the 2. Push out called.
We'll watch this from the top. Push down to the end rail and try and leave Johnny just enough, but off the rail.
Yep, Johnny springs out of his chair and is going to take this shot.
Dave Cap says his favorite game is actually Pot Limit Omaha.
Poker.
Pool game, yeah.
That's a pool game.
No.
No.
What am I doing? I got distracted here, but...
Well, Little John played a safety, but he's left a little glimpse at the 2 ball. Both players in the questionnaire said they dislike jump cues.
Yeah.
Little John has shown that he's still very good at using them.
Nick, that's the only other thing you got to know about Cap. Look at that shot. Shot there. He said Pot Limit Omaha is such a gambler's game. Well, between the picture and the fact that that is his favorite game, you should know even more about him. Safety coming, or is he cutting this ball? Safety coming.
There you go. And that's good safety. I'm not saying he's not going to hit this ball, but after he hits it, he's got to get very lucky not to just sell out.
Yeah, Cap's just got to focus. He doesn't have to run out. He's just got to keep control, and you do that by doing what he just did there, so... Johnny really looking at this ball. So we'll take just a second. Erickson Auto Trim, one of our newest sponsors. Of course, the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame, Mr. John Kramer and everything he does over there. We got Cutthroat Q Sports, an apparel company. Christensen Heating and Cooling, they do everything around here. JP Shower Custom Qs, obviously we sell a ton of those, don't we, MH?
We sure do.
Out of the pro shop.
Yep.
Popolock, in case you ever need that key made right away, he can come out and take care of that for you. That's Matt over there. Brownie's Carpet and Upholstery, and then of course the Clarion Inn, who donates the hotel rooms for us for our Kings matches every week.
So he's playing this one-well kick shot. He looks like he's got to play it with draw in order to get it to straighten up.
He's going to hit this
He
pretty
feels
hard,
he's got
I
a
think,
better
yeah.
chance of either making the ball
Oof.
or getting safe, but neither of those happened.
Great effort, though. I mean,
Yeah.
the way that he hit that ball should even teach you something, because the way that he went at it increased his odds of making it. He didn't quite get it, but it definitely gave him a good opportunity to make something.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and if he'd kicked one rail the other way, it just sort of naturally sells out.
Yep. All right. Cap needs to keep her moving here. He definitely wants to get this game. Can't give it to Johnny. You'd hate to see him get to 14. Cut the lead to 8 if he can run these out. It's amazing how, even though that's a huge gap between that 7-8, when you're playing right now, it just seems to get smaller and smaller. So he decides to draw out of it.
Yeah, and the problem with
Not
this,
take that chance.
that's not good. You know, he's got to play it in the side, not the corner. The cue ball's got to fly down table, and it's kind of tough not to go into the 6. So you've
I
got
think
to
he's got enough here, honestly.
you've got to hit it to the thick side of the pocket.
I would agree with
Try and
what
hit
you're
it.
saying.
Yeah, hit it as thick as you can with a soft draw, but you've got to make sure it draws.
Randy Sargent, 23. Oh, look
He
at
went the other way. He did not
Yeah.
draw it.
Crazy.
And
Surprising.
his
that
previous shot put him in that pickle, really. He wasn't very nice on that 5. No,
So, Billy Lassie, I've asked him to play. He would definitely want to play and does want to play, but right now he's caring for his grandmother, which is way more important than any of this. And just wouldn't be able to commit the time. So,
and Billy the Kid told me what his favorite game is. Can you guess what it is?
no.
Chess.
Oh, chess.
Yeah. I've had a couple of good games with Billy. He's a good chess player.
All right, Cap's going to try and back cut this ball into the corner pocket, which he should be able to do, but he's got to send the cue ball a little bit. Overcut that ball. Overcut it. He got a shot on the 7.
Overspun it.
Johnny going to just cut this ball into the pocket.
Look at the
come
spin
off
he's using
the
on
end
this
rail.
one to kill it.
Uh-oh.
Didn't kill it enough.
Got to create problems for Johnny here, because
Yeah, but he's
this
okay.
isn't too tough.
Yeah, he's got a shot on the corner pocket nicely. Could just draw back for the 8 ball, probably in the side. Okay, what's that spot he's pointing to? That's where he wants to get to.
No, I think he should clean that spot off of there. Huh?
It's a foul to leave marks on the
Yeah,
table,
what the
but he's
heck?
not doing that. But that means he's kind of going 3 rails, drawing 3 rails to get on the 8, get the angle on the 8 that he wants. 2 rails. A little short of his mark, but he's absolutely happy with that, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Uh,
Playing short side, or else you're...
I think you don't think you can just gently roll this in.
I don't think so, but maybe.
He gets on top of the 9 if he
I
tries.
think he's
to.
got to play short side here. Yep,
Well,
he
well,
did. He drew it over.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great shot. Take a look at that shot again.
Yeah, it's a nice little recovery shot there.
Takes it up there perfect. Tell you, Cap has definitely had his opportunities here, and he's just come up a little short on some of these.
Yeah, 14-4. A little bit one-sided this match.
Still fun to watch. I tell you, Johnny, when he's in stroke, is definitely entertaining to watch. So thank you guys for sticking in there and watching LJ put on a show here for everybody. Oh,
And
again, that cue ball's stuck too.
Yeah, it's stopped right. It just bounces off the rack and then puts the brakes on. He's just got a hair of follow or turns the cue ball over to stop it flying back. He gets kicked almost immediately, which is just luck. But
yeah, but he stops it almost.
Good, he stops his cue ball. Bang.
Yep. Take a look at his overhead here. He's definitely got the 2, so he's just going to slide over for the 3 up in the corner where he's standing, I would guess. Yeah, he's definitely got his feel down here. I mean, he's hitting it so good, he's almost too good. So just a little stop shot here. He's going to play the 4 ball in the corner next. If you notice, he threw that ball to stop it, if you were paying attention.
Yeah, to spin it just to make it a stop shot because it wasn't straight. Two rows across, that's better, isn't it?
Randy Sargent says Little John looks like he's played a little in the past. Yeah, past and present. Still plays great.
Well, I first knew Little John at the Sharks Club in Appleton, and back then he said there was a time in his life where he played every day for about 8 to 10 hours, 7 days a week, for 3 years straight.
Old School says, I can't say where, but we put your Friday match up on all the lunchroom boards. Hopefully they privately share afterwards. It's awesome. Thank you very much for that. Well, Nick, that's very nice. Got to say, though, and forgive me for puffing you up here. No, that's all right. We don't mind. Every once in a while, it's okay. You know, we think we suck often enough. But anyway, so he says, but as entertaining as the game is, the commentary puts it over the top and worth tuning in just for itself. Thank you very much for that. We just love what we do. That's all there is. I hate how many times I've been wrong tonight, though. I haven't been calling anything very good tonight, but we try. You've been making some good calls. You've been right in there.
Well,
tonight. You've been playing good too. You're the knight right now, and
yeah, I'm looking forward to my match on Sunday.
Yeah, who do you play? Oh,
yeah, you asking me? Yeah, funny.
Never mind, you don't know. They know. But that is kind of funny. They know, but you don't.
Yeah. I guess I don't really care, but we're
playing yourself.
We're away camping this weekend, so I'm not going to get any practice or playing in. Then I'm going to race here on Sunday. No, it's not an excuse. It's just the truth.
A little bit unlucky there to have that ball play off the 6 and roll over to that side. Otherwise, a perfect cue ball position. Cap with an opportunity much needed.
No, I get the feeling this Sunday's match is going to be my toughest one. So I need to come in with the right mindset.
I should look.
Well, if you're going to look, you might as well tell me.
Oh, boy.
Well, the plot thickens. It's tough to keep your mind in the match, isn't it, at this point? You do something like that. It's now got to make a good decision about how to proceed with this shot on the 2 ball. Last thing he wants is just to give Little John another chance to run the match out. He's got to come with some productive kick shot here.
Chris Conrad. Why don't I know that name? I should probably know that name. I'll let. Said he would also like to see the match Little John versus Chris Conrad. Chris Conrad is... I don't know that name. Man, I should.
I should probably replay that safety shot he played. The 2 rails. He was almost unlucky not to get the cue ball behind the 5 and the 3. But the 2 ball almost hit itself completely. Not quite, but almost hit itself but completely. But did well here. It shows that he's still got his head in the game. He's still going to try and win when he gets to the table.
Johnny's got the edge here, though, in more than one way. Here we go again. Let's see. I think it's here. No. No. Oh, that's right. He just minimized it down here, so I should be able to find it. LJ and Zach Marcourt. I see. That'd be a good guess.
Unlucky there. He almost hit that really well. Cue ball almost got behind the 7.
Oh, there it is. That's it.
All right. Cap's back at the table. Pretty horrendous position, this. Shooting the 2 ball and trying not to scratch. And the fact that he hasn't shot it yet indicates that you can't just roll this gently into the corner pocket and catch the point of the side pocket by rolling. Drawing to the other side of the pocket kind of feels out of the question too. At this angle, I just don't think you can move it much. And that means you start considering the bank shot instead. Or some kind of safety. He's digging down and indicating like he's going to hit this ball. Bank shot it is. And makes the 9. Well,
there we go.
Fortune favors the bold. He took on an aggressive shot, decided to go at the 2 instead of playing safe. Can anyone begrudge him a little bit of fortune? The 9 ball came out of nowhere there.
Well, I can tell you he definitely feels he needs it and deserves it at this point.
Well,
TikTok live this stuff. Funny. Pretty horrendous position, this. Such a British way to say that.
oh,
I don't even hear it anymore.
no.
Been so many years of listening to that. Andrew Brooker says, wowzers. I would agree. Yeah. It's a European thing to tend to put the subject at the end of the sentence.
Well, I don't
It
know.
is.
I don't know about the Europeans. I can just talk about the British.
Yeah.
All those bloody Europeans, they speak all those foreign languages.
Right. Well, thank you, everybody, for sharing tonight. We really appreciate it. We really just stopped using Facebook for the most part, and we weren't sure how that was going to go. So thank you, everybody, for coming over to YouTube with us.
Now, Cap needs to get a nice break here, and he's took the last rack.
Oh, he broke those perfect. Nothing went,
needs a ball to go in. So it's not a gimme on this 1 ball.
No, it's probably the hardest shot John's had to shoot.
And it's one of those situations, at least I feel, people think if these shots are difficult, you play safe, but how easy is the safe? What is the safe? There's no guarantee the safe does anything for you.
Well, I think this is a pretty tough safe. I think you
So
got to go for the 1.
Yeah,
here.
you have to go for it. Let's put a little test on Little John's pocketing skills.
Yeah, lad, I recognize Chris Conrad. I just can't put a face to him. I know he was a great player. Corey Duel at Classic Billiards, $500 sets all night long. Look at this. Did he play that
Wow.
shot? He must have. I
I
believe
can't-
that was
I can't tell you.
100% the shot he played. Just by the speed of it, I think.
I don't know. What does everybody think out there? Was that a plate safety?
I definitely think it was. Let's take another look real quick while Cap considers his options here.
I mean, he played it soft. If he'd made it, he would have hit it thinner, and he would have been behind the 2. So he'd have had a good shot on the 2 if that ball had aimed at the pocket. Play that replay again. Did he throw his hand in the air? That will tell you. That will answer your question.
What do you mean?
Can you replay it again?
At the end of the...
Yeah, we're looking for his body language and his arms. I thought he gave a clue there.
No, he just walked away. I did just watch it. And, well, he's still looking. We'll take a look again quick. But he just walked away. He didn't.
Okay.
All right, back to Cap here. He's going to kick for it. Great kick. Is he going to get a roll out of it? Not really.
All right.
Gave it up to Johnny. Paul Hemminghouse said beautiful. No, he was going for the pocket. Is the kicking back. Their guess. Two-way or safety all the way.
Yeah, at that speed, if he had made the ball, it would have hit it thinner, and the cue ball would have gone further, and he would have ended up straight on the 2.
Well, I hate to say this for Cap's sake, but I think you're going to see 16 here pretty quick. This rack is laid out very nicely. Not really any issues here. Eric Korb, that's good to see. Eric said he's really enjoying watching his favorite player, LJ. Don't get to see him play much, so it's a real treat for him. So, well, and anytime you get to watch a player that plays this game as well as Johnny does, it's always fun. Well, unless you're Cap or anybody playing against him, it's not as fun.
I hope he's enjoying that as much as we are.
Yeah, I don't think he probably is. But Cap plays great. I mean, you can't take anything away from Cap. Everybody playing against a great player, you can look pretty bad sometimes, even if you're not playing bad. So. Old School says just free stroking. I would agree. It's definitely tuned in.
Well, that's not where he needed to be.
Yeah, he'll be right here, though. He's not even going to hit this very hard. Just tap it in. Dave Cap says, I see Cap has his headphones in, wondering what he's listening to. Dojo Cat, Lady Gaga. I know he's got the Jonas Brothers blasting in his ears. Not name. I shot with LJ when he was 4 feet tall. He's not much taller than that now, is he?
It was just a twinkle in his mother's eye. So on the questionnaire here, what size table do you like? Both players answer the same. 7 foot is what they choose.
Nice. Who plays on a valley more?
Well, Cap says he likes that. He typically plays on valleys. Okay, it's not that he likes valleys. Typically, plays on them. Little John says diamonds. What's your favorite game? Little John says banks. Cap says 8 ball.
I figured you were related. Not too many people can have the same last name or nickname as
So
Cap.
can you replay that one? No, too late now, isn't it?
What, the break?
Yeah, because he's just doing such a good job of stopping that cue ball in the table, and he did it again there. Got kicked. But when you play this kind of break, if you don't hit it accurately, it has a tendency to fly into the side pockets. You've just got to hit it solid enough. But he is hitting it accurately, squarely. Getting it to just stop.
I'm pretty sure Johnny's looking at putting this in the side pocket. He's going to come down table, back up, and kind of bust the 4 out because he likes where that... I think. Because that 2's sitting in the side, so he's trying to be proactive. Is that... I don't know what else he would have been looking at there, but maybe he's just looking at where the 4... Yeah, he's just looking at where the 4's got to be.
Yeah, and you can get on the 4. If you get the cue ball close to the 6 ball, I think the 4 just goes.
What do you think past the 5?
We'll find out now. I mean, he obviously could go into these, but it's just risky because you need to get position on the 3.
I think he's going to try and get like on the C on the custom cues there, on the word custom.
Okay. And then just
Maybe
thin snick the 3 ball in. No,
or
he is.
break it right now.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Inside spin. He was trying to go into those. But I think you're right. I mean, from where he sits right there, why is he looking at going into these?
He might be looking at just banking this. I don't know.
I don't know why. I mean, doesn't naturally cutting the 3 ball in lead you to drift down
We're
close
gonna
to
see.
the
I'm not going to question the guy I've seen get out of almost every
maybe
wreck.
maybe that means the 4 doesn't go past the 9. He doesn't like that.
Yeah, I
but
don't think it does go past the 9.
But
honestly.
he definitely could set on that if it did. So that if he's not going for it, that tells you it doesn't go.
Oh, look at that. Renee Conkle, please
Okay.
wish Harold Micheloni a happy birthday
look
today.
at this
We're
shot.
currently watching.
He's
Happy
looking at-
birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday to Harold. So what he's lining his cue up there is to go 2 rails. He's following this with left-hand spin to go 2 rails, and he wants to kiss basically the space in between the 9 ball and the 4 ball here with just the right
This
speed
is about
to stay
the
there.
direction. He's coming away from the 4 and into the 9
So
by hitting that second rail.
get ready to hit the replay on this if he hits this good. Look at this shot.
Jeez.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Little
that's
nudge.
That's
Oh,
about
and it
perfect. And he
didn't.
got a little unlucky.
Yeah, he would love to have either brushed the 4 first or...
He should be able to bank this ball, though, to be honest with you. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
to
he's
see
still
him do
got
it.
control, yeah, or he could play a lock-up safety too from there. The shot's really close to absolutely perfect. It didn't end up quite how he wanted it. He's hit his lock-up safety short. He got lucky, really, that he caught the point and sent the 4 ball
Where he did,
further away. Otherwise, he would have sold completely out because he didn't get the cue ball behind the 9. Hasn't left anything easy for Cap here. It's really tough not to sell out when you shoot this shot. How do you not sell out here, Kendall?
I think you come off 2 rails, try and hit thin on the 4 and bring the cue ball back up table.
There is ways to get the cue ball right behind the 9 ball, but
okay, he can see the edge.
yeah,
I
he
thought
can
he had
see
to
it,
come
but
off
it's
the second rail.
yeah, he's got to. It's very easy to hit this too thick.
That's a good shot. That's a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
For where he was sitting,
Yeah,
I
he
think
gave
that
it a
was
good
pretty
shot.
darn good.
He'd love to have been behind the 9, but yeah, he did control the 4 ball, so he's not over a pocket. Same question here. You know, he's got.
See, I'm aggressive here. I think I got to make this ball.
You either thin cut it in, or there is also a bank. He wants to get right there. He's definitely telling you he's playing position, so he's obviously shooting a ball here, because he just pointed his finger on the table to getting nice on the 5. And
He's going to have to do that off the second rail because he's not doing that off one. So
If you're talking about cutting it in or banking it.
cutting it.
I think both shots can get you down there.
Yeah, the
And both shots are tough.
bank's tougher. But I agree, they're both tough. But this ball you can hit with just a little bit of left, and you'll come off the second rail. Maybe he's banking it. I just think the bank is going to leave him not get up table far enough.
Yeah, you got to hit it pretty hard. Spin it around.
Well, and miss the
But the
corner
spin
pocket.
the spin you use on to get around is the same spin that helps the ball get into the pocket on the bank shot. Whereas if you're cutting it, you really rather play it
I think you're
spinless.
close to the scratch up here.
Doesn't look like he's aiming with any spin. Oh yes, he did. Yeah, he liked the bank shot. So close. Wouldn't have liked his position if it
Yeah,
had,
I mean,
it had
that
fallen.
was just tough, I think.
But
'Cause
there
he
wasn't
kinda
really
hit-
good safety options, so I mean, he had to go for something there.
Can we say it's safe to say that Cap needs to make this ball? He's got to get out. Keep it within 10. He has not gone down more than 10 games. Or I should say more than 11. He's been keeping it right at 10. John gets 16. Cap gets to 6. Getting into a 10-game deficit.
All right. See if he can break the balls well.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at the questions again, this is Little John. What started your interest in pool? The answer is watching the great players when I was young. Jamie Garvey, Dan Herdina, Malcolm Bowe.
We're still trying to get Dan Herdina here. Danny should
Yeah.
be here playing.
And Malcolm is still playing well. He's 92 years old.
Crazy.
He's still coming in and competing in our tournaments, and he's still a very, very tough player.
He wins the weeklies fairly frequently.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Jeez.
Boy, I hope I'm still
When
doing
you
that when
talk to
when
him,
I'm
and he's
92.
just sharp as a tack. I mean, you'd have no idea how old he is.
He's the best 92-year-old player you'll ever see.
I'd put him up against literally any other 92-year-old
Yeah.
player in the world,
Yeah.
and he'd win. I'd guarantee it. I'd put a lot of money on that. Oh, these turkeys. Now they're in trouble, though. Now I know how to get rid of them. Maybe. Oh, yeah, up here.
Well, that did not open up well. The cue ball skidded off the edge and re-broke, which was necessary because if you see what happened after that break, the three balls stuck together after the break. So this rack's all about what are you going to do with the three ball. He's got a thin cut on the one, which I think he can just hit it thick enough and soft enough that he can leave himself a nice thin cut on the two ball. So that shot on the two ball to get transition onto either breaking the three or somehow. I mean, the three does have a pocket in the side pocket, but and you could get on it from that shot on the two. But boy, that needs an exacting speed control. So he was hitting that very thick to hold the cue ball, and he hit it too thick.
Oh, I missed one.
No gimme here, though. So that line he's just pointed at, I don't believe the three ball goes past the four. Maybe it does. Because he's looking at shooting the one and then the two. And when he shoots the two, he's considering trying to find that window between the 6 and the 5. Not necessarily going through it, but setting so that he can shoot the three ball through it. Cue ball through it to get to the 3. Well, that was not necessary. He could have played that shot
Not sure what the plan would be here. I think he definitely got offline there.
Yeah, he played a sort of a draw shot, which, I mean, he could have just rolled that ball in and got the right angle he wanted. Now that he's so thin on the 2, you let it fly and break that ball out. You got to hit it really hard, I think, because there might be
Off the top rail, you think?
3. Yeah, there might be a couple extra rails involved here. Roll the dice.
Safety.
How's your luck?
I think
Oh,
Johnny's
wow, the
going to
2
jump
wouldn't
this
go
ball in, yeah.
Yeah. And as good as LJ's been jumping, and the fact there's 2 balls over the pocket, making the 2 is not his big concern here. The concern is, what does he like on the 3?
Yeah, that's the truth, too. You'd
Look at
first
this,
have to find another 92-year-old that plays pool.
Yeah. I guess you're definitely the best if you're the only one. He's kicking at this ball. What's he doing?
Putting it in the hole.
Wow.
Shot?
He's playing the 9 ball then, huh?
I don't know if he's got it. Might.
Yeah, I didn't think it was quite right, but well, he's paused, frozen, while his pool brain figured out what he's going to do here, what he likes. Yeah, he's playing safe.
I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, maybe it did. Cap coming to the table. Let's take a look at what he's looking at here. Looks like he's going to be jumping for the 3 ball on the side. I think I'd almost put Malcolm up against almost any 80-year-old.
Can you name any good 80-year-olds?
Yeah, all right.
Or 70-year-olds?
Cap with a short cue out. Does it say over there what kind of cue it is?
Yeah.
Jump cue? Oh, boy, I thought he made it.
No, it doesn't describe his jump cue. Yeah, Little John says he started playing at 13. And I do know when he was very young, he went on the road and Malcolm kind of took him under his wing.
Mentored him pretty well, yeah. How about lessons? Have you ever taken lessons for pool? If so, from who and how long?
Little John said never. But
Which
your whole
It's kind of not true.
life on the road is a lesson, isn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, hanging with those other good road players, Malcolm, Jamie Garvey.
Right.
Well,
Just depends on what you
could
depict
describe that
as
as yeah, it's not a
yeah.
lesson, but I mean, it is a lesson. It is, but it isn't. But it is.
Well, Cap finally got one here. Johnny swung at one and left Cap a very makeable shot. Joseph, thank you very much. Or Joe. Appreciate that. Five ball comes up here by the 6, so I think you just go to the high side of the 5 off the 4, right?
Yeah. Yeah, give yourself a nice.
Yeah, good angle there. Almost natural. I think you're almost going to come perfect here if you just follow this.
Yeah, it could have.
Maybe a
Maybe with ball in hand.
left I'd put on this. He's drawing this ball. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
it does go the other way, doesn't it? And it's not far from the pocket.
Got in there perfect. That was well hit.
This is one of these shots where you just have to check that you don't brush the backside of the 8 as you're trying to follow forward. It sort of jumps out and surprises you sometimes.
Well, that's what I don't like about this is it's going to kind of straighten him out. I think it might get him in trouble.
There you go. He's okay, though. But he did just brush the backside of the 8. And to beginners, that's confusing because you're going forward, and why would it hit the 8? But it stuns out sideways before it rolls forward.
Tell you, he was nothing but tar and nails. Joe Lockett says, I remember when Malcolm was a spring chicken at 65, and he literally was nothing but tar and nails back then, that guy. Just monster, really. That looks more like it, Cap. A little bit of control there. I think he just goes straight across and back for the 9 in the corner, but there it is.
Note to Cap, try and make sure you make this ball.
Would definitely be recommended.
It's a big one.
It's not dead easy. I mean, he's cutting this back. A lot of pressure right now. You're down. Got a chance to get within 9. What's going on, Pa? Thank you very much for that.
There it is.
Made it look easy, even though it's been tough tonight. Just shows you. I mean, it's tough to get beat up this bad and then get out of line like that and still put that ball down with no problem. And Cap put her away.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Had great viewership for this match as well. We should. You got a couple of great players here. It's been a little bit one-sided with Johnny, but not Cap's fault necessarily. He's still playing good.
Well, as so often happens in this game, especially at the higher level, there is 2 or 3 sort of blunders that Cap would like to take back, and those 2 or 3 shots make a huge difference in the outcome of this match.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and Cap knows it. I mean, Cap's not going to walk away from this thinking he played horrible necessarily. He missed a couple balls, and Johnny took advantage every time and then went above and beyond to get out of most of them, you know, and then some.
Well, they opened up nicely, but didn't get a ball.
That's not going to be good. Cue the Rocky music, says Nick.
Dun, 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 dun.
Don't we have that on here somewhere? No, we do have Johnny saying something, though. Have you heard that? Chris has got a clip of Johnny.
Saying what?
I don't remember.
That perfect speed. Get on the 2 ball there. So the 5 ball doesn't have a nice, easy, natural pocket. So he's thinking 2, 3, and what angle do you want on the 4?
We're definitely playing the 4 on the side, right?
Yeah, and with just and so not much more than a stop shot here. Maybe a draw a little bit of a draw, but you don't want to overdraw it. You definitely don't want to draw past straight,
right?
Because he needs to be able to just roll this 4 ball into the side pocket and probably play the 5 in the other side pocket.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if you went forward a little bit, you'd be better off than coming too far back.
There we go.
That's about perfect.
Yeah.
Try and bump the 8 here, or at least on the line of the 8. It's hard to tell.
It's risky,
that,
isn't it?
Too, yeah.
Or do you just try and hit it softer that you just don't quite get to the 8?
I don't know that it's going to be much easier to judge from the other angle, but we'll go there anyways. Just take a look. Yeah, I think you play into the 8.
I drew it that way.
Oh, no.
And behind the 8.
Oh, that's right. Mason said those clips are random drunk LJ-isms because he was jumping in here doing some commentary.
Oh, yeah?
He was just maybe had 1 or 2 beers in them. So it was pretty funny. Chris had clipped some of those out. Maybe the 8 as a stopper, said Andrew Booker. I would agree, but he didn't quite get there. Well, he's hitting these. He's probably putting this in the hole. So, oh boy,
No, that's foul.
you have a ball in hand even. Well, can Cap get her within 8 games here? That'd be phenomenal. We'd like to see that. I like that one. What has been your favorite win in competition?
Beating Jesse Bowman.
Yep, LJ beating Jesse Bowman. Brooker. LJ drinks? No.
It says here, what's your favorite award for winning in or good performance? And LJ says, drink a beer.
A beer. What about Cap? What
All
does he
right,
say?
Cap, you know how to do this.
What'd Cap say his reward is? Anything?
Cap says, not really.
Not really.
Write that down.
All right.
That's very important.
How about his favorite win? It's got to be something in Teams Vegas, something like that, I would guess.
Cap says his favorite moment winning is winning the Team 9-ball tournament at ACS Nationals.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, tell you, thank you, Harold Micheloni. Appreciate it. The junior players appreciate it.
And a happy birthday to you.
Nice $20 super chat and happy birthday to you, right? You're not supposed to be giving us stuff on your birthday, but we appreciate it.
So the question on the questionnaire is about practicing. Do you have a practice schedule? And Little John says, don't really practice anymore, but when I did, shooting drills and then getting into action. And then the other question is, what about mental tools do you use? And he says, don't really use any except for, over the years, getting into action and learning how to handle the pressure.
Yeah, right. And that is a huge tool. I mean, that people don't value that enough anymore. It's hard to even find money games much anymore. And if you do, everybody wants weights, and you know, it just was never like that back in the day. Wow, it was jumping all over the place.
Yeah, it's definitely not controlling the cue ball the way that Little John was on the break. Made 2 balls.
Push or kick? What do
Yeah,
do
you don't
here?
always push, do you? Because sometimes kicking, you just kick and try and get lucky.
Andrew Brooker, Metal Tools equals Miller Lite.
If you push, where do you push?
Well, we're going to find out because that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Pushing to the jump shot.
Well, that's risky. So I think you're right. I think he's just playing a little stop shot here.
Push to the jump. I think he knows how close Johnny's been coming to his jump shot, so he figured he'd
Yeah,
maybe
except
try
for,
and sucker him in, but he gave it back.
except for the last one. He gave it back knowing that this is tough. Because regardless of whether you hit it or not, if you don't make the ball, there's a good chance you're going to leave a shot. So let's see how Cap does with his jump cue. Carbon fiber jump cue.
Did we figure out which one it was?
No, it doesn't say. But judging by the color of it,
Well, he got too far over that ball.
jumped right over it.
And did I don't think he's going to like the result there. 1 to the 3, 4 to the 6. All of it doesn't look too bad. Tim Mosey says, come on, Cap. Gonna have to say that a lot louder, I think.
He's got a little bit of an angle on this shot, so it looks like he's going to follow 2 rails. One rail, of course, but didn't get enough spin on it. So he wastes no time in lining up his kick shot. 6 ball is not on the rail, so you've got to choose. Are you going to go 1 rail here, or are you going to hit the second rail first? The second rail almost seems a little easier and gives you better position. And he just got underneath it.
Well, that came out okay for him because he didn't. If he would have caught the edge of the 9 there, Cap would have had a lot better.
And really, at 16-8, Cap's definitely not out of this match.
That's a good shot there.
He's got back to 8.
Well, the 6 went up over. 4, he says. All right, so that ball drops, and Cap has ball in hand on the 7. So it's exactly what the doctor ordered. He's going to get within 7 games here, I think, if he can finish this run. Pop it 1 rail back across to the 8 in the corner.
I think he's got to draw back now. He's just short of straight.
And he hits it good and solid so he can get himself back off the rail. I think I prefer that than being even straighter and on the rail.
I would like to be straighter.
Would you?
Yeah.
This doesn't bother me. See if it bothers Cap. It does not.
Nope.
All right,
No
guys, we're
problemo.
within 7 games. That's something I guess I wasn't expecting at this point. So
Match is still. Cap has still got his head in the game. The match is not over. Little John's still 4 games away from the finish line.
appreciate all the shares, guys. You guys must be doing a phenomenal job because we've maintained a pretty good, solid viewership. So thank you guys for all the shares. And there's still time. Please get out there, share, like, super chat. We've had a few of those tonight, so thank you guys for that. That goes directly to our junior players. We're in support of anything they do, really. Put them in tournaments, help them with equipment.
Well, Cap has not been giving himself run-out opportunities from the break, and that's really what he needs. He's definitely produced a run-out opportunity here, but not for himself.
Nick, I'll tell you, the likes are everywhere. Unfortunately, because we don't go to Facebook, the likes don't show up on screen. So I just keep telling everybody, if you do click the like button, just mention it in chat. I'm more than happy to holler out your name.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nick Like there for a minute.
Nope.
Nick the likes, you were saying. All right, so he likes this thin little shot in the side pocket.
Well, the shot itself isn't that bad, but the
gotta hit-
3.
You'd love to hit it soft, really, wouldn't you? But I don't think you can. Got to give it a little bit more to get over for the 3.
Maybe even cross it bank
Gonna-
this.
Might even be better in the corner pocket. No, just bang it in.
Oh, look at that shot.
Bang
My
it in the
goodness.
side pocket from that thin angle.
Randy says, turn out the lights, the party's over. In other words, he thinks he's going to see Johnny run these out, and I can't disagree with him. Stop shot here to the 5.
Yeah, after those first couple of shots.
Yeah, he's got all his problems worked out at this point.
Just on the
now
wrong
he's
side
just
of this
gotta
ball.
execute.
Got to use a couple of extra rails here. Does he try and thread the needle and go around the 9?
No, I think he shortens it up. Well, maybe he does. Yep. He tried.
Well, worked
Came
out
out
okay.
perfect.
Well, it's a run out from Cap's dry break.
Yeah, that's tough because Cap felt like he got something rolling there a little bit. He got within 7 games. I mean, get that down within 6 games, and we're talking, you know.
And of course, that's the reason Little John picked 9 ball, is because he thought he was going to be breaking well. Cap, when he breaks, is letting the cue ball fly and is going to obviously trust the luck that he has a shot. Little John has been the one thing. I mean, they haven't all turned out perfect, and he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to run out. But he is controlling the cue ball really well on the break shot.
Let's go back to that 2-ball Johnny shot.
Yeah, this
real
shot.
quick.
Look at the steep angle into that pocket.
Yeah, and he hit
You
it
would
solid,
pop this in
stayed down.
with that speed. That shot pops out so easily. That was a good shot. Cap's taking a little puff outside.
Finally got the
Nice.
rack straightened away there.
Cap's keeping one eye on the table. And he told Little John, keep going. Don't wait. Let's see if he keeps controlling the cue ball.
Well, it's been perfect.
Yeah. He's hit a lot of these really good. And it's very difficult to hit that so square, so accurately. That one got away. That's the
Little
kind
bit,
of shot.
But look at, he came right back to the center of the table.
Wow. That's the kind
Probably
of shot.
hit that as bad as any of them, and he ended up.
You count yourself lucky you didn't scratch, but
Yeah, but now look at where he is. I mean, this is out all day long.
yeah. Right. It's
2 to the 3 in the same pocket.
It's the best layout he's had.
Yeah, I mean, hard to picture how he isn't going to run these out.
Now, we said that in the very first rack of the game, didn't we?
Yeah,
And there's no gimme. You've still got to get the right angle and not run yourself into trouble. And it's a big mistake that is tempting for a lot of players is when you see an easy run out that you don't actually
well, he's kind of got
visualize
the wrong
and
angle here,
plan every
seriously.
shot. You-
A little of a debate here. Whether you draw like he's looking at, it's going to be the decision.
Yeah, looks like he's drawing. So as long as he gets the right angle on this 8, that just makes it nice and simple like that.
Jonathan T says, MH, the Harry Potter of pool, commentating. Gotta love it.
The Harry Potter.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm gonna get my broomstick and fly off at the end of this. back to Hogwarts.
18. What other country can you move to, and just because of your accent, you get away with everything?
I know, back home they don't give a crap about how I speak.
Yeah, right.
That's why I like Wisconsin.
Or if I go there.
Yeah. No, they love Americans.
Do they?
Well, they used to.
So it's like magic
I
over
don't know.
there, too?
Back when I was there, they used to. Yeah. My wife traveled around London and England, and
You really loved
she's the
Americans.
special one with the accent, but
Right?
what's that?
I said, well, and you really loved Americans.
Well, I married one and gave birth to 2.
You did.
Well, whatever.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I don't remember the details. It was something like that.
All right, LJ up to break.
But we decided we're going to stop after 3 kids because I read somewhere that 1 in 4 kids is Chinese.
I find it hard to believe I still honestly, truly laugh at that joke as many times
that's
as
the
I've
best
heard it
joke.
over
That's
the
a good one.
20-some years.
Look at that cue ball.
It's
Just
hilarious.
stop. Replay that break shot, Kendall. Yet again, the cue ball bounces back and then puts the brakes on and just stops like magic. Bang.
Yeah.
Now, if
really
you could do
nice,
that
yeah.
can you do that every time? What a fantastic.
Perfect
strike
little
that is.
angle here to draw up for the 2 in the corner past the 4. Pretty sure it's just forward here with a little bit of left. Play off 1 rail, not 2.
That will do nicely.
Yeah, perfect, really. Really, actually, you'd want a little bit more angle.
Just a
'cause
hair
you'd
of an
like
angle,
to be
yeah.
over by the 8 ball.
Because he can't draw down into it now. So maybe this is just an exact stop shot. Oh, look. He's thinking about drawing back to where he's pointing. Because the position from the 4 to the 5 is not good. He could shoot, get on the 4 just with a stop shot. This shot, well, he's considering that now. He's deciding. He'd much rather draw back, but that shot means you have to control the speed of your draw shot accurately. Cutting across the window.
He's coming straight all the way back, I
If
think.
he is, let's just see how well he controls the speed. If you overdraw it. Overdrawing is better than underdrawing.
Just about perfect, really.
Yeah, you got to be happy with that. It's close enough to rail. You can just flick it in and Z-bank backwards and forwards. It's not really very nice though, is it? Does he have just a straight in bank shot, or does he come a little bit far for that?
I think he's going to bank it. He could play safe behind the 6,
I mean, there's
too, but
obviously still a cut shot on the other side, but I think the bank is just a stop shot straight. Can't tell really. Follow. Well played. He's played a lot of good bank shots in this match.
yeah, I don't think he's missed one, honestly.
And of course, coming from that bank pool tournament where he played well.
Really hasn't missed much, but I really don't believe he's missed a bank shot. At least not one that he was intending to make, for sure.
Right, I think there was one in there. But yeah, he's made some good long table bank shots.
Right.
Now that takes him to the hill. So in a blink of an eye, a few moments ago it seems, I pointed out that he's still 4 games away. And while we were chit-chatting about nothing in particular, he's now on the hill. And, of course, nothing that Cap can do about it if Little John doesn't let him shoot.
You didn't even put your armrest down today.
I'm going to fall asleep in a minute.
You're out camping, huh?
Well, at the moment I'm commentating on
Yes,
this
yes.
match, but other than that. But
And by camping, we mean drinking in the woods.
Not running around all camp.
Ah. Oop. No wonder you didn't put that down.
Yeah. But I will be back, of course. My match is Sunday.
Yep. Night's match.
Fong's got the pro shop tomorrow.
So we have Jesters coming up on... And I would have had the flyer together tonight, but considering we still have no queen,
Right.
I had to wait.
Gotta find. There's Holly Hillman over there. Mother of a good junior player. Maybe she'll play. Does she play pool?
Where do you see Holly Hillman?
Isn't that her right there?
No.
Okay. All right, what am I?
That is Cap's wife.
Oops. With blurry eyesight like mine from a distance.
Andrew Brooker says, good luck, you're going to need it. MH?
I think you added the last part of that sentence.
Oh.
Kendall. I can read the text here with a message.
You
Good
said
luck,
you were
thank you,
blind,
Andy.
yeah?
No, but that's true. I'm sure that's absolutely true. I do need it, of course.
No, you've been playing
Everybody
great.
can use a little bit of luck. I play really good 7 out of 8 shots.
Is that why you play 8-ball?
Yeah.
Make one on the break and you're out.
And another nicely controlled cue ball. It's the straightness of that hit that really does that. Doesn't give it enough. As soon as you start mishitting that, it aims at the side pockets. But if you can hit it straight, you can't scratch.
Where are you camping, MH? I don't know if you want to release that information.
Top secret facility. It's that place with all the trees.
It's his backyard.
Yeah.
Joseph says, how does the Jesters match work? So you go to Quickfire, which is my page on Facebook. And number 1, you like it. Appreciate that. Number 2, if you scroll through there for a little bit, it's not very far down, you'll see King of the Hill sign up. It'll say King of the Hill and King's Court sign up logo. And if you click on that, there's a link in there that you go to, and that'll get you signed up. As of right now, it looks like we're going to be watching the end of this match right here, because Johnny is going to walk this around the table and out with no issue
And
at
if
all.
he does get out, you're going to have to quickly reveal who he's playing next week, because you promised.
Did I?
Yeah,
Mm.
and I do know we've got a lot of big hitters coming, because you did let me have a glimpse of that list.
We,
and
hey, we could.
I know there's a lot of big names
we could.
coming up, so this King of the Hill match is going to be
We could do what they do. You know,
fantastic.
all those reels where they keep you hooked in for like 25 minutes, and they
Yeah.
do something really stupid at the end. All right. Well, congratulations to Johnny Fields. Definitely an authoritative win there.
20-9.
20-9 against a really tough opponent in Jason Kasprzycki.
Yeah.
And
And kudos to Jason for a well fought.
absolutely.
Kept strong to the end.
So, do you have any guesses on who's
Well,
playing
I think
next
it's
week?
that name that a couple
So-
of people mentioned already.
So we've got Rodney Morris, right?
Right?
Is going to commentate.
Commentating in the booth next week. So definitely it's worth tuning in for that.
And so Little John, obviously one of the players in the state that almost everybody knows,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
if not everybody knows.
Yep.
And even in the Midwest. And then we have a Hall of Fame inductee
Ooh.
who's going to be his challenger next week. So next week is going to be absolutely phenomenal.
He's been inducted but not accepted yet, or not? No
Why
ceremony?
don't I just tell you who it is?
Go on then.
Mr. Duncan
Yeah,
Kaufman.
that's right. That's
So-
what I thought.
We're going to have Duncan Kaufman challenging the one and only Little John.
Well, that's going to be a fantastic
We're going to
match.
have Rodney Morris in the booth helping us out. How amazing is that going to be?
Awesome.
So good stuff. Make sure you guys are around next week. We look forward to having you. It's going to be not only a hell of a match, but a hell of a commentator along with us. So finally, maybe we'll get some good commentary going. But we really appreciate everybody. We
Yeah,
really
no, that'd be
appreciate
good.
everybody joining us tonight. We definitely appreciate everybody that shared and liked and the super chats. You guys were terrific. So thank you for that very much. Let's see. Comment County Park. Meanwhile, please stop. Lethal. What is that? Oh, I'm not going to read that, Nick. Congrats. Take care. God bless. Very nice. Haha. I knew it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week. Can't wait to see you next week. You guys enjoy your night. Thanks, MH.
Thank you. Good night.